Now, the reason we actually got this lecture going is we got a lot of letter from our users. And one of the things that they were been telling me and say, hey, Andrew, I don't know is my weight is just don't come down. And I am a diabetes, but I don't know how to really make this work. And so that the weight somehow just continue to going up, not going down. So they said, hey, can you tell me or give me some idea? How can I really do something about it? And also, how can my weight will associate to my diabetic problem or my pre-diabetic problem or my three high problems? Actually, I got letters from all different places addressing the same thing. How to make weight control to help us to really be better health for my three high problem, my pre-diabetic problem, and also my diabetes problem. So today the lecture is really come from this issue that they have raised, and I thought that as a really meaningful lecture if we can able to let people aware how to do it. So today that's the lecture is all about. So let's start. Okay, thank you for joining us, and then we'll go from here now. That's what today's lecture is all about, because we thought that wow, it would be wonderful with understanding one, what is the issues on weight control and why I can't bring it down, and what is associated with all these weight. Plus, a lot of people are very depressed because they continue to get bigger and bigger, not smaller and smaller. And net result, they get problem with not only weight issue, they problem with insulin resistant issue, all that come along. I have a male customer. They somehow got this gigantic sort of tummy. And I said, you must probably have a lot of insulin resistance. And certainly he definitely has, because the doctor is keep giving him more and more medication. So naturally with low SHUT really help him to lower that blood sugar. And so you gotta really try your best how to get the tummy smaller and able to get your weight smaller. So today, hopefully this lecture will give you some insight and you can practice on it. But you know what? You have to take effort, because you don't take effort, it's not going to work. Sorry, but that's what happened. Okay, so we'll start our lecture today. Basically, we're going to understand what is, the weight issue and how to understand type 2 diabetic, how's the link between the weight and type 2 diabetic, and what kind of smart tips will help you to do weight loss, and then combining the body losing weight and all the positive thing that you'll achieve and how low SHUT can help you. So today, that's the agenda. I think you will be really enjoy this topic. And it's an easy topic, but on the hand, that's something you have to do. Now, I have a lot of customers today that I don't really know where they come from. Some of them from the United States, some from Canada, some of them from Southeast Asia. So I thought we're just going to catch up real quick and let you understand what is diabetic. And everybody actually go through 4 stages to go to the diabetes. The first thing is your LDL cholesterol goes up. And when the LDL cholesterol goes up, it damages the B cell coming from the pancreas, which the B cell that takes sugar to the cells. So, but the B cell damage is not going to have sugar go to the cell, then more and more sugar accumulate in the vessels. The LDL cholesterol and the blood mix together, the blood becomes thick. That's where your problem will start. And very quickly, you move to stage 2. And that's everybody with diabetes will have this problem. They will form plaques throughout the whole body, your brain, your heart, everything. And this plaque will increase, and then you have less space, so you increase the blood pressure going up. And if you can continue that, wow, you have all kind of problems occur, and you have a major coming along. Now, then you can very quickly move to stage 3 because of the fact you're not doing anything, you're not doing much lower blood sugar, then continue, and then you'll become a pre-diabetic. Now, how do doctors know you're pre-diabetic? Very simple. They measure the HbA1c. Everybody have a hemoglobin, and measure the percentage of sugar attached to the hemoglobin. If you are 5.7 below, you're a normal person. But if you are 5.7, 6.4, you are a pre-diabetic. And then if you over 74, you have diabetes. Now, unfortunately, pre-diabetic, there's no medication for you. The doctor would say, hey, you know, you're pre-diabetic. You have to watch your diet and change lifestyle. However, majority of people do not know what that means. So they keep the same lifestyle, and 3 to 4 years, they will convert. Well, you're pre-diabetic, definitely low sugar will help you to lower your blood sugar, cholesterol, and blood pressure. Continue to maintain you in this way, then you will not actually move to the real diabetic stage. Now, once you move to diabetic stage, actually you cannot come back. So that is the real problem. So they all go through a 4-stage the diabetes. It depends on how you maintain, and maybe hopefully you never go to stage 4. Now, why use low sugar tea? Because low sugar tea has 2 things in there. There's guava leaves, which take the sugar, delay the sugar to enter the blood vessels, the gut blood vessels, so less sugarness vessels. Then the good thing about the bitter melon, which increase the insulin sensitivity and take the sugar back to the cells. And then excess sugar, they don't reabsorb the bloodstream. They dump it on urine. They dump the cholesterol out urine. They dump the salt also through urine. Net result, the salt go down, the blood pressure will come down. So you manage, lower your 3 high, and plus you got detox. That's why low sugar tea really works. And many customers have it. And I have customers that started with 10 A1C all the way down to 6, 5.8. 5.7, which is normal range. Okay, so I saw it with my own eye, many of them. You can do it. It's up to you to drink the tea or not and continue to changing lifestyle. So how do you do lifestyle? With 5 programs. The first lifestyle is, well, not only drinking low sugar tea. You have to go for low carb diet, low fat diet. These are the things that we will teach you how to do. Then you have to exercise 8 to 10,000 steps per day. You say, wow, hard to do. No, you can, because as long as you started with 5, you eventually graduate at 6, and you graduate at 8, and you're in 10. And you get one of the watch, and they're able to actually monitor all your steps. I do that every day, and my step is now 10 to 11 or 12, and every day I got that. So really, you know, with that, my weight control is really good. Now, certain weight control, you have to exercise, right? So how do you do that? You have to do a BMI. If you're 30, you have to drive it to 23. It will take time. It will take effort. Definitely, it's not going to be easy. But if you do it every day, things are going to gradually come down. It took me 2 years or 3, almost close to 3 years, to minus that 20 pounds. Imagine that. So it is really not that easy. It go up and come down, go up and down. But it works. By the time you get there, you will get it. So keep doing it. Now, certainly you listen to our webinar, basically why? Because we have all these things to help you to better understand your disease. What is the 3 high problem? What is your pre-diabetic problem? What is diabetes problem? So nobody actually really give you the background, everything. And we're here to give you that. And that's free. What you want to do is increase the knowledge. And definitely, if you're diabetic, you have to measure your blood sugar. If you don't measure your blood sugar, it won't work. So basically either stick yourself or buy one of Abbott Liberty to measure yourself, and so you understand where you're at. So now let's talk about diabetes. Now, as you know, diabetes is a chronic disease where your body cannot process sugar, or the so-called glucose, and when it goes up, you really continue to block all the vessels with the cholesterol, we form plaques. That is a major problem, because all these plaques down the road is going to it will cause all kind of health complications. Now, certainly there are type 1 diabetes, so when you're very young, you really don't enough insulin already. But majority, 95% of the people are type 2 diabetes, which lead to high blood sugar, health complications, and they are all adult. Initially, they have a lot of insulin to do that, but pretty soon, because of all the issue to age, whatever, we'll talk about it more, and you change. Type 2 is actually one of the most common diabetes, 95% of that. And that nowadays used to be, when I went to nursing school at that time, only old folks have it. But now people have 18, 19, 20, and 20 age, they already in diabetes. I said, my goodness, because they really become obese. They don't control weight. So they become a high risk to get the disease. Now, what is the early sign, though, if you have type 2 diabetes? Now, a lot of people don't realize that. I will go just get it very easy to let you know. One, you increase your thirst, you have dry skin. A lot of the pre-diabetic patients pre-diabetic now, not diabetes, they will have dry skin under on the lower extremity. The leg become dry. It's not flicking. And then so it's not getting itchy. So those are a very good sign that you gotta watch. Maybe you gotta start get cream and all that. But on the hand, that is something that most likely the pre-diabetic is already started. And you have blurry vision. Blurry vision. If you get up to the eye and they're blocking all the blood, the eye vessels, then you have blurry vision. You also will have fatigue, and you're taking feeling hand. You can feel because it start damaging your nerve, and you're itchy and yeast infection. Many diabetes patient and that you can also very hungry even faster. Even you ate a little bit, but you get hungry again. Your numbness, frequent urination. Plus, you will start seeing sores like in the leg, a blister. It doesn't heal. Now, those are all early signs. You better start getting the doctor to look at that. Now, but on the other hand, if you don't change your lifestyle, nothing do, you know what? The problem is going to continue to persist. The risk you're going to have is your risk of stroke. You're going to have lost memory, and that's called diabetic dementia. Is really common. I don't know, you have relative keep asking you in 5 minutes, have you eaten dinner yet or whatever? And my mother-in-law is a good example. It make 15, 20 times in 10 minutes ask you the same question. But you can't blame her. She can't remember because what happened, the blood coming through here, it blocked on this end, so she would not know she had asked that question. So you got to have to understand, but that is the issue. So you have cataract, glaucoma, and you got blurry eyes, the pancreas doesn't work, you get insulin. The more major problem you're going to have is heart. If your your blood vessels, they block up coronary artery, you could end up dying, and that will be very scary. And then high blood pressure damage, your blood vessel, nerve damage, as I mentioned many times, you got all kind of issue because 30% of people that have diabetes cannot feel, so they have no sex life. So, and also they can damage kidneys. 75% of Hong Kong kidney dialysis patients are basically diabetes. And if you cannot feel injured, the wound don't heal, then you have to chop your leg. If you're pregnant, now you could be during the pregnancy of diabetes, but you have a high risk, you become diabetes later on in 5-6 years. And many people have what they call a gestation diabetic. So these are the type 2 diabetic complications that you are commonly see. So you got to really look at that and see, you want to do that? No, I think you want to make sure you continue to be healthy, and I teach you how. Now, on the other hand, you have also some inbuilt factors, where basically because you're obese, you most likely have a higher risk to get diabetes. If you have family history, you definitely have a chance. Now, why I say that? I have some customer who come in and buy 9 bags of my Low Shu T60. I said, Low Shu Max, another name, right? I said, why you buy so many? Are you selling this? No. He said, my uncle is, my brother is, my mom is, my auntie is, and my, all the whole chain. And that's why it's really funny. I mean, not funny. It's really sad because this is all genetic connected. Now, certainly if you're older, 45 years old or older, yes, you might have a chance. Plus, if you have sleep apnea, people who, need a CPAP machines, these are people that were high in diabetes. Plus, you have high cholesterol, high blood pressure. As I mentioned, if your LDL cholesterol goes up, then you mix with the high sugar blood content in the vessels, it becomes thick and block everywhere. So then you also have a very good chance to develop diabetes. Now, starting as another hand too is you're a person, you don't move. You're a couch potato. You keep watching TV and your weight is continuing to go up. These are also another good risk factor there for you. So when you have that, just now mentioned a risk factor, you better start looking at it. Is it really that you need to check deeply and carefully what's your blood sugar goes, what's the cholesterol goes, and what's the blood pressure goes. So you get actually doctor to doctor. So now let's talk a little about what is the link between the weight and type 2 diabetic. Now, certainly if you are a lot of excess fat around the abdomen, as I mentioned, I'm a customer that is really the big tummy. So here is really one big issue is insulin resistance. In other words, the body somehow just cannot use the insulin to regulate your blood sugar. So studies show that if you are really obese and you have big belly, the chance of insulin resistance is very high. That's why if you go to a doctor checkup, they actually measure your belly And I said, why have you do that? The reason is if you really measure your belly is really huge, the chances they can assess while the chance of incidence is high. Now, secondly is inflammation. Now, the body continues to inflame. Usually, people with a lot of obesity, then they usually have a lot of inflammation. Then it's also worsened insulin function. The insulin doesn't function much. Plus, continued inflammation is actually have all kind of problems that associate with that you might have eventually come with different health issue. Now, what you also have to call a metabolic syndrome, which is associated with all the diabetes syndrome, like for example, high blood sugar, high blood pressure, high cholesterol, all this called a metabolic syndrome. And basically, most likely you also will be overweight, and all that will just increase your risk to become a diabetic. And if you get diabetic, it will become serious type of health. So that's all will come along, okay? Now, another thing is, really, a lot of people don't realize obesity is a big, big issue in health problem, affect millions of Americans and millions of people worldwide. People in Arab country, in USA, everywhere, if you're overweight, the chances of you to really become a diabetic, overweight, and so forth is high. So we don't want to get into that. Certainly, well, how do you do to understand that? One, you have excess weight. So it really makes controlling blood sugar a much more difficult, because what happens is you have overweight, you have high blood sugar, they have to give you more insulin or more medication. Plus, because you're overweight, you definitely come with all kind of complications like heart problem and so forth. Plus, the medication, if you're overweight, it actually make your medication more difficult to absorb, and it reduces the effectiveness. So weight is an issue, many issue that will create it for you with some kind of side effect, if you will. So then if you lose some weight, what would the benefit? Tremendously, okay? First of all, if you lose the weight, you have less risk of complication with all the health. Then you have also overall quality of life, well-being, and then you get better health, and then you decrease all the obesity issue. Like, for example, if you lose 10% weight, 10% out, that means if you are 220 pounds, lost to 200 pounds, then you basically reduce 1 point in your A1C. If your A1C is 8, you will become 7. Wow, how nice is that? Plus, your heart doesn't work that hard anymore. In other words, if you're a car, you get put a lot of stuff in there. Then the car becomes so heavy, your engine keep running, just so your heart running, real stress. Then you actually create a more problem of future heart disease, right? So you really, if you lower weight, also decrease your blood sugar requirement. Instead of a lot of people with very obese, they tend to have up and down, very good high spike, lower spike. As I mentioned, cardiovascular disease will be substantially lower, and also prevent your kidney function, disease, increase of if you're overweight, your kidney is not functioning well, but decrease that, your kidney become function better, and less kidney problem, and also there's complications. So overall, lose weight is really good. Plus, there are other things to losing weight. Also, you have if you lose weight, you can preserve nerve function, reduce your neuropathy, vision issue like eyes, so you don't have retinopathy. You also, if you have not overweight, you basically are healing. Your food complication is better. I just saw a patient came in. Her leg is swelled like this. She's definitely very overweight. She can't even bend down to reach her foot. So that's the problem. If you're really overweight, your tummy is so big, you can't even get yourself over to look at her foot. So net result, her foot is really dry. It's like a blister. And the sad part is, as time goes, you don't take care of that, it's going to get infected and gangrene. Wow, that would be terrible. So net result, that's why overweight, if you can lower it, that's all kind of benefit. So he said, well, how am I going to do it? I am so hard. I work so hard for it. It doesn't work. Well, not true. You got to basically work on it. It's going to work. Okay, so how do you do, what do I do to start off? Now, there's several tips here I think will be very easy to apply. And matter of fact, you just go follow and you do it. Now, first of all, it must be diet, healthy diet. Now, you got to get diet which is low in sugar, low in processed food, high in fiber, whole grain fruits, vegetable can regulate your blood sugar level, prevent you to be overweight. So in other words, you do not go to more McDonald's anymore. You eat at home with salad, lots of salad, not a lot of bread, white bread, not white bread is actually brown bread or dark brown bread. So that way you eat less of that. Plus, most important, drink low sugar tea. You drink every meal 2 glass or 2 cups of low sugar tea will help you to lower your blood sugar, cholesterol, and blood pressure. And also it'll help you detox and you will avoid a lot. You know, when you go urination a lot, it's good because it helps you to get rid of all the excess sugar or excess cholesterol, and the salt comes out, your blood pressure comes down. That's what you could do. Now, with that, you have to do more creating a diet that is really good for you. You need to basically, a lot of people say, oh, well, you know, I follow some dieting and so forth. And so I don't know, am I doing the right thing? So most important, first of all, you have to take complex carbohydrate, not simple carbohydrate. White sugar, forget it. Brown sugar, forget it. Those are simple carbohydrate that will actually spike your sugar real high. So your carbohydrate, you have to make sure take like fruit, vegetable, whole grain, brown rice, red rice, oats. All these are good carbohydrate, but they're all complex. They take more chewing, more processing. So it doesn't spike the sugar. It go gradually. But you simple sugar, bang, it goes up like that and come back down like that. That's not good for you. Then you need to take protein that has a lot of nutrition. It will help you to actually prevent you, because more protein, good nutrition, it actually get you less insulin resistant. So it can actually help you to reduce your blood sugar. And then, so like, for example, what is the protein? Like beans, chicken, fish, like salmon, cod, tofu, all those are good stuff for you. So there's a lot of suggestions. So matter of fact, I select this picture, it's kind of unique. See, this is the picture you go to McDonald's all the time, right? But this is the picture you do at home, all salad. So I always taught, if you can do that, half a plate are all salad, green vegetable, lettuce, avocado, tomato, that kind of stuff, good stuff, okay? So you also need to have 1/4 are mainly for your protein, which is like fish, chicken, not red meat, okay? So very little red meat. And then the other one is all your red rice, brown rice, is all the, additional beans and protein that you can add on to that 1/4. So net result, you have always a very balanced diet, always have lots of choice, and you can actually eat well with all the salad, the fish, and all that. You'll be also very healthy in a sense, not getting you up on sugar, not getting you a lot of the additional carbs that you need. Plus, your healthy fat, because what happened is if you have good fat, like for example, cooking with olive oil, it improves your insulin sensitivity again, sensitivity. It also reduces inflammation, and you eat more avocado, nut seed, olive oil. Wow, that would be wonderful. Now, certainly you might say, hey, what? I don't really know how to do it right. No problem. You talk to a diabetic educator, talk to your doctor, talk to your dietitian to give you a plan that able to, work with you to help you to continue to get your fit your needs, so to speak. Okay. So you need to basically plan for meals, like in a week, you can plan for what you cook. So that way you don't have to plan every day, and you have to try new food. But on the other hand, look at the food, what's the carbs going to be. Don't forget each week, each day, sorry. Each day you should have at least 150 gram carbs is good to control in this area. Then you'll be always good. Now, certainly there are all kind of, good recipe in Google, you can search, and then you just need to look for low carbs, low fat diet, and a lot of recipe for you to cook anyway. So look at that, and they will give you the carbs, the calories, everything's there. So you just do it and then take that, and it really help you to increase your, improve your blood sugar control, decrease your cholesterol, and also all the chronic disease. And I think many of these recipes are free because I look it up all the time, and it is very, very nice, and you can easily control yourself to 150 grams of carbs. Now, the second tip you got to do is you have to exercise. I mentioned it's very easy to do. You got to do 150-minute moderate exercise every week. And basically, if you walk every day, 1 hour, that's wonderful. And basically, if you need to do some vigorous exercise, meaning with a barbell, and as mentioned, one of my customers, they bought one of the barbell, just go up and down for 30 minutes like that every day, and 30 minutes, and just do that, and on a Stepmaster, and lost about 300 to 500 calories every time he did that for half an hour. So isn't that great? But net result of that is you are actually strengthening all your exercise, especially here, good for your heart. And on top of that, because it's on Stepmaster, going down, up and down, so he now able to get his strength better, to strengthen his knee better, and all the activities really help them to future when you get older. If you get this habit, do it every day, even rain and shine, it doesn't matter, and you will able to do that. Now, certainly when you do that, you actually improve your blood sugar control, because all these things will burn up the sugar, and then you improve your muscle strength, and with that also enhance the insulin sensitivity. So more sugar is taken back to the cells. Your weight management, because you are now burning 300 to 400 or 500 calories, your weight definitely will come down. And then you will increase also muscle mass and really boost the metabolism, burn off the excess calorie, and then you reduce body fat. The more important is increased muscle strength, because as we get older, if our muscle strength is not really good anymore, you know what? You lose the possibility of walking. I saw my dad in 2 months. He didn't walk. He could not find out how to walk anymore. That is how bad it is. So really, no matter what, when you get older, whatever, you gotta increase the muscle strength. If you don't walk, you're gonna lose it. So keep that in mind. Important is you gotta continue to get muscle strength. Okay. Now, certainly, a lot of people don't realize you gotta manage all your stress. If your stress is continue high, it will continue to get cortisol, adrenaline come out, it'll pump you more sugar, and that's really bad. So you have to control that. Now, how do you do stress management? Listen to nice music. You basically you have relaxed meditation, but don't get into the stress. When you got a stress, you start smoking, eating. As you know, a lot of people snack when they stress. That is going to be all negative effect for you, because the snack go up. You're going to have weight issue, you have a blood sugar issue, you have cholesterol issue, all that will come along, right? So manage your stress. Now, then you have to sleep well. Every day, at least 7 hours sleep, not 3 hours, not 4 hours, it's 7 hours. So don't sleep deprived, because you deprive, you're going to continue to go with stress, increase weight, and increase insulin resistance. That's not good for you. So how do you get good sleep? Well, you have the good environment, make it cool, dark, also get good mattress, good pillow. Some people put noise reduction earphone or earplug. That's okay too. Important is get a nice, dark, cool environment, and you can easily go to sleep. Now, with that, also you have to say, wow, I'm doing all this now. How can I I'm losing weight. But a lot of people, I realize, they tend to compare. They tend to look at that. They say, oh, wow, she looks so good. I look so bad. Don't compare, because you are not the same person. And on top of that, their habit is all different, and the body setup is all different. So you really have to understand, respect on your own self, focus what you can do rather than look for others guys and compare. You're not going to have all the muscle ripping up here. It's not going to do it. But if you can do the proper exercising, you look good. And that's you. You try to look good yourself on your own aspect, not compared to the other guy. You have to talk to yourself, hey, I'm going to do it. And you're going to say that I'm making a healthy choice, not saying that I need to lose weight, because that's kind of negative. You, as I said, don't compare with other people, because, you really do not necessarily to always look over to the other guy who looks the same, right? It's you. You are you. So make sure you just do it for yourself. And certainly you have to set goal. As I mentioned, you have to get smart goal. You have to make sure the goal is, I say, okay, I walk every day 1 hour. Maybe start off, you can do it first, do half an hour, eventually 45 minutes and 1 hour. Just get that going. And then you keep walking for 7 days a week. You can, or you can go 6 days a week, but do mark it down with a goal and then give yourself a check. And then you emphasize that, hey, I achieved this goal. And you celebrated your achievement. So how do you do that? Award yourself some fruits. Like I can get myself some like avocado with some some salad inside, whatever, to make yourself feel good. So always kind of incline yourself to say that, hey, I did it. You grant yourself some forgiveness, awarding. All that has to come from you. Do not say, oh, man, I can't do it, man. Oh, I'm so bad, I not do it. So forget about that word, because you don't need to do that. You just need to continue to encourage yourself. And you have to continue to improve energy level. So how do you do that? So you have to continue to move to increase your power, because you don't move, you're going to lose energy. And you have to enhance your mood. You have to make yourself more positive, especially exercise, healthy eating, less rest, all that become more positive. Now, a lot of people say, wow, my clothing's now I can't fit anymore. Buy some more elastic clothing, more comfortable, fit you anywhere. You got to feel comfortable. And so that way you can maybe also with that are more positive to feel yourself, rather you feel that, oh, I buy this clothing, it doesn't really fit, but it really show me my popped belly, for example. But you don't have to do that. You have to buy some loose clothing, comfortable. As long as you do that, you looks good, right? So you got to have some physical milestone to accomplish. Like for example, I want to lose 5 pounds first or 3 pounds first. See yourself can get it. Get a 2 pound check, and then eventually move to the next 5 pound check, and on and on and on. That's exactly what I did actually. After 2 years, I done it. So, but nevertheless, you have to mark your progression. Do not just leave it go and left it there. It won't work. So continue mark the progression. Plus, also celebrate your achievement, because if you celebrate your achievement, you can able to encourage yourself. Tell your family, tell your children to encourage you, give you a good pat on the shoulder, give you a star. All that will help you to make you feel good. I remember one of my grandsons gave me a star because I was able to lose some weight. Now his star is only from his school, but at least something I received was like, wow, this is very good. They remember how I've been achieved for myself to be good health. Now, with all that though, you still need to have outside support. Besides your family support you, besides your own doing well. But you also need to what? Your doctor. You got to go regular checkup, because you have to take your blood sugar, your A1C. Remember, every 3 months take A1C. Well, what's the A1C? Is it now is 5.8 or 5.7? Or I was in 10, coming down to 6. A lot of people actually, on my patient group, many of them actually got down to 6, which is really good. And then you have to track lifestyle change, where you keep a journey of your diet, your exercise, your supplement that you take, so what you eat, and we have a chart that actually do that also. And then you adjust your need to say, for example, your health. You have to talk to a healthcare provider, make sure that everything you do are fitting to you losing the weight, lower your blood sugar, lower your cholesterol, and lower your blood pressure, lower your 3 high. That's more important. Now, why low sugar tea is so important? Because really, low sugar tea help you lower your blood sugar, cholesterol, and blood pressure. And it will continue, if you drink low sugar, it will definitely help you to resolve your high blood sugar issue, high blood pressure issue, high bad cholesterol issue. So these are something that a lot of people are now experiencing already. So just keep doing it. The key is you got to do it. Now, so in conclusion, now you are really heard of all the reasons why it's so important to have weight management of type 2 diabetic. Because if you don't, you're going to have overweight, it's going to have lots of insulin resistance. You need more insulin to get your sugar into blood, to your cells, and more problems. So with that, you got to really do this to help you prevent, the problems, that to help you to lower your blood sugar, to ensure that you are not, continue to go up, the sugar continue to go up, is mismanaged. Now, you have to prioritize all the nutritions. In other words, you have to have good, balanced, low carb, low fat diet. That is so important. You have to have regular physical exercise. You have to have behavior modifications. I will not go pick up all the snacks here and there, because if you're stressed, you pick up snack here and there, that's not going to work either. You have to also have a lot of positive talk to yourself. Hey, don't have to compare to that guy. The other guy is the other guy. I'm me. So I will always try to look for myself how to do it. And I know my weight control will continue to go down slowly, but I will look good as I'm going. So keep talking. Keep your family also give you this encouragement. That will be very important. Now, you might have to do strength and exercise. Or say you have a barbell doing this, and you can do it, very easy. And you're doing a step master. Your step master going this. So you're watching TV. And do 30 minutes, you can lose 300 to 500 calories. Depends how fast how much you do. So all that will do. And certainly you have to practice mindful eating, and then stress management, and have good 7 hours sleep every night. 7 hours sleep. So how do you go mindful eating? You know what? Hey, don't overfill your plate. Half is salad, 1/4 is protein, 1/4 is your regular starch of red rice, beans, and all that. But those are items that you have mindful to eat that, okay? And then you don't want to keep getting, negative thoughts that, oh, I'm not so good, I can lose weight. Keep thinking, I can lose it. I know if I do it, I will get it done. I go slowly, but I know one day I will get there. So you got to have all that in your mind. Keep working on that. Then you will start doing, you will be more and more successful. Now, you have to acknowledge weight loss is not something that will come right away. It will come work. You have to invest energy. You have to have you might have mood swing. You might have, man, look at that guy, looks so cool, and I'm not so cool. Forget about comparison, right? But keep saying that I will achieve my goal. And what I'm doing, and in a month, I will only lose 1 pound. That's okay. Even half a pound is okay, because you will lose half a pound. But you continue to lose half a pound. In 2 years, you're going to lose 20 pounds. So do that, and I know you will be successful. And I'm very happy that you are joining our seminar. If you have any question, write to me, Andy, ANDY, at WAHFONG.com. Andy, ANDY, at WAHFONG.com. A lot of people write to me, and I will respond to them. Any question, I will help them out. Or you have WhatsApp in Hong Kong or Europe or wherever, Asia, you can do 852-3001-5644. 852-3001-5644. Or Hong Kong is 852-6792-8891. So these are the, people have questions, do write to us. We will help you, and we'll try to get information to you. And basically that's we'll do it really with our heart to ensure you lower your 3 high, and with all the issues of lower blood sugar, cholesterol, and blood pressure, plus with good health dieting, good weight control, and measure blood sugar. And so that way you will always be healthy. If you control your 3 high, the chances that you will be healthy with less chance to get diabetic is extremely high. Well, thank you very much, for today's seminar. I appreciate you do attend, on your on the U.S. side, but I think this is going to be a very good sort of give you an idea why you have lose weight, and why if you don't lose your weight, the issue will come. So I hope that this will give you some good tip, and from there you will be continue to lose your weight. You will be good health and no more you would not have your 3 high will be lower. The chances of pre-diabetic diabetes will be tremendous improved, and if you have a high A1C, it will drop you back down to pre-diabetic stage. So that is our vision and goal to help you to better understand. So if I don't see any question yet, so I will see you next week. Another topic will give you another way to better understand your disease. Take care. Thank you very much for attending. Bye-bye.